Hey team, hi, good evening. It's Thursday again, and here we are for the resume preparation session. So we are doing effective resume design, strategies for formatting and visual appeal today. While you're watching this video on YouTube, I request you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now let's start today's session. Talking about our agenda for today, we have why resume design is important. We talk about consistent formatting. We'll talk about strategies use of colors and typography, effective use of space and bullets, incorporating visual elements, tool and resources for resume design, practical tips for immediate application, all those things. Now, the question is why resume is important? We all know its purpose. It highlights the significance of visually appealing resumes. Well, talking about impact, it's a first impression that you make on recruiter. So impression can make or break job opportunities. That's true. Talking about balance, we have effective integration of content and design. Right. Talking about goal, we have to stand it out in a competitive job market. Talking about resume design, you can see the resume on the right side is much better, and someone will someone who will see will really prefer this type of resume, right, rather than the left resume. Now, talking about formatting, we need to make sure that we have consistent formatting. It should be uniformity. We should stick to one font type and size. Talking about alignment, we should ensure text and margins are uniformly aligned. We want to talk about professional look. We'll say, we talk about consistency, it contributes to a clean layout. And yes, we need to have attention to detail. It reflects candidates' meticulous nature. We talk about formatting. Few things that you need to keep in mind is you should keep your resume clean and easy to read. Talking about using a professional font, you can go for Arial, Calibri, or Times New Roman. Of course, that should be in readable size. Talking about utilizing bullet points for easy readability, we should actually use bullet points. And of course, we have one of the resume preparation session for the same. Talking about use of subheadings, we should use it to enhance readability. You should be consistent with your formatting, of course, font size, style, headings, etc. And you should avoid spelling mistakes and grammatical errors. Make sure you're doing that. Talking about strategic use of colors and typography, well, we should go for color theory. We should employ a professional color palette. Of course, for example, the purple color you're seeing is professional color palette to highlight key sections. Typography, you can use bold and italics to create hierarchy of information. When focus points, you can draw eyes to important achievements and skills. Talking about readability, you can enhance the overall readability and scannability. Now, talking about effective use of spaces and bullets, well, bullets keep it organized, right? So, bullet points for clear and concise communication. You need to have enough white spaces to avoid clutter. Presentation, if you see, the clean layout helps misinformation standing out. And of course, talking about ease of reading, it makes your resume easier to scan quickly. Now, for example, if you see on the right side, this is how we actually write the complete uh, project format actually, right? This is how we completely write the project. If you see on the left side and right side, what do you think? Which one is better? The right side one, right? Now, talking about visual elements, you can include infographics, professional photos, icons, and customizations depending on the need. If you have to represent data visually for quick understanding, you can actually represent infographics. If you feel that it would really help, you can go for industry appropriate photos. You use icons for clean visualization of skills or interest. And of course, talking about customization, you should tailor graphics to the job or industry. Talking about tools or resources for resume design, you can use software tools like Adobe InDesign, Microsoft Word, Canva, etc. Talking about templates, we use professional templates as a starting point. Talking about continuous learning, you can access online courses and tutorials. And of course, make sure you are experimenting in your resume. Right? You should try different design approaches just to see which one looks better. If you want to go for immediate application, if you want to apply immediately, I would suggest there should be a best practice that you should follow. right? It's all about following the current trend in the current design template. Talking about updates, you should refresh regularly your resume to maintain relevancy. Talking about customization, you should adapt your resume for each job application. Of course, do's and don'ts of it. What you can do is we have discussed the same thing. Make sure the resume is clearly formatted. You're maintaining spaces, writing bullet points, or mentioning keywords, all those things. Improper resumes are big no-no. Talking about a few famous job portals, we are Naukri, Shine, Quicker, Indeed, Monster, all those things. Right. Talking about a few Google searches related to data science, of course, we talk about these vacancies, data science vacancies. Right. You can actually search for it and apply for these vacancies. And keywords, when we talk about in data scientist resume, we'll have technical skills and tools, and have analytical skills, business understanding, data management, and soft skills. Talking about frequently asked questions, these are the questions that are generally asked by employers, right? For example, how could you have improved your career progress? What do you worry about? Or give me an example of your creativity. How do you feel about working nights and weekends? How about you willing to relocate or travel? All these questions actually need to be answered. Make sure you're pondering on these questions. Actually, you're going and you're thinking about the questions on these lines, right? I mean, just go through these questions once. Be ready with these questions. When we talk about certainty, Vincent Van Gogh once said, I don't know anything with certainty, but seeing the stars makes me dream. Yes, there's no certainty in life, and the jobs to apply. Of course, make sure you're dreaming for a big company, and actually preparing for it. Right. Talking about us, this is the contact detail. Basically, you can contact us on this toll free number. You can mail us at inquiry@360DigiTMG.com and visit our website. We will be visiting that website soon. 360DigiTMG.com. We have offline centers at Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, and of course, other locations too. Talking about watching this video on YouTube, I request you to actually go to this scan this QR code to go to our LinkedIn profile or Instagram profile or YouTube again. Subscribe to YouTube channel or follow us on LinkedIn, and yes, follow us on Instagram too. Talking about accreditation to international certification bodies, we have accreditation to Microsoft, State University of New York, Future Skills Prime, Panasonic, and TCS9. Now, let me take you to our website. Well, what is in it? We'll talk about it. Let me take you to our website. Here is our website. This is 360DigiTMG. Just a minute. This is how our website looks like. Our popular courses, domain analytics videos. You can see our differentiators about our alumni. You can read success story, connect with them on LinkedIn, right? And our alumni work at these companies. Talking about other part, basically when you go to learning resources, this is where you have a lot of things here, right? When you're talking about these videos, you can have a coming session, for example, your live session on free data internship tomorrow. You have an orientation session on DS or DA, right? Of course, you can see our past sessions too. Talking about core learning resources, we have data learning library where you can go there, where you can actually go and see each and everything here. You can actually witness this concept once you go through your classes. Come back and revise here again, right? And yes, we need to make sure that you revise again and again and again like this. Easily you can turn this page, and this is very interactive and really good, right? Now, talking about AI Design Studio for machine learning, you can design your machine learning architecture or complete project architecture here from end to end, from data sources to the end user device. Can be a beginner, can be a person with intermediate knowledge. Can be a person with advanced knowledge. All those things can be done here, right? So you have data skill assessment, right? Talking about career advancement and professional growth, you have resume optimization hub. Let's go through it. When you're talking about resume mapper, when we talk about resume optimization hub, basically, we're actually helping you in finding out what you lack in your resume. You can actually see it here. So how to use this? Just click on get started for free now, and you need to upload your resume. Once you go there, we'll have, for example, this is intense resume that we are going for. You can choose your file from here, or you can just paste your job description. That would be fine too. And then compare. While we are comparing, let's not waste our time. Let me just go back to this part. Right. This is the keyword matching result. For example, it's just 16%. Now, what happened? Why is 16%? Talking about job required skills missing in a resume. These are the things that are missing here. Talking about job skill required present in your resume. These are the things that are present. Right. So if you want any question, for example, you select any part here, and you can actually go for interview questions. When you click on it, you'll need to wait for some time. And of course, in between this time, when talking about this, you can actually explore other resources too. For example, we have natural language processing. These are the questions that we have where you will prepare for interview. Of course, foundation, intermediate, and for example, advanced level questions. If you see, we need to wait a bit, and we will get our advanced level questions to flag. Yes, these are the questions we have here. Right now, this is just one part of it. How to improve your resume? Well, if you don't find anything mentioned in your resume, for example, if you feel that these things are not mentioned in your resume, but you really want to do that, what do you do? You click on generate resume, you'll wait for some time. Of course, while you're waiting, you can actually go to success story, interview tips, career development videos, innovative projects. Actually use all these things, all these tools properly. Right. Now, when we talk about generating resume, it's actually loading here. It's actually generating your resume slowly and steadily. And once it's out, you can see how to actually work on that. This here, fill the details to generate your resume. You need to make sure that you fill all these things here. Right. Fill all these things properly here. Select the template and yes, get it done. Right. You can also generate a cover letter about your domain, location, position you're applying for, company you're applying for, all those things. Right. Generate cover letter too. Now, this is how we use the row hub or resume optimization hub. Let me just go back to learning resources. We have, for example, talent connection portal. You can go here and of course you can see if there's any latest job vacancy where you can apply. There's actually a background work going on, so it's not yet updated. But yes, we do update it regularly. Make sure you're coming back here and seeing all these things. Right. And talk about conceptual understanding, insightful learning. We have strategic learning maps. Basically, mind maps we talk about. Now, if you go further, for example, a bit detail, like this, you can move further. Just double click and move. If you have multiple dates like this, you can just double click and move. Right, like this can be done. And yes, you will learn completely here. Everything you see, you'll learn here. For example, like this, how to use this, like this you use, right? Just with thorough knowledge, no, you are not missing on anything if you're going through this. Yes, we'll make sure that we have made this in such a way that you actually acquire complete knowledge. Talking about innovative project showcase, We have this project showcase, for example. Here you can see what are the projects we have done, what is the domain that we are dealt in, and what are we doing here, right? What's up again? Business problem, objective, constraints, success criteria, business benefits, all those things. Talk about animated insight series and watch and learn from here. You can watch this animated insight series here and you can learn from it. Now, while we're doing this, let me just get back to it. Let me take you to a YouTube channel here. For example, when you go to a YouTube channel, you'll find again a lot of things here in your home. For example, live going on, you're witnessing that already, you're watching this already. You can use again, you can see our industry connect videos. These are really helpful to give insights of the video, insight of the industry. You can see placement success stories where our students have got placed. You can see all those things, right? Also, you can go to our playlist section and you can actually experience plethora of videos. We have plethora of videos for you, be it on generative AI, again, learning Python, machine learning models, and we'll talk about data analytics. There are a lot of videos that are associated with the same, right? Now, make sure you use all these resources. There's soft skills video too. Make sure you're using those videos too, right? Now, we have discussed certainly about the design, how to actually design things, and how to actually format things for visual appeal, right? How to format the resume for complete visual appeal. And we know how to make sure that our resume looks super good. We have seen what are the tools that can be used and how can we use those tools, right? So make sure that you are using it and actually using our tools to make sure that you learn a lot, right? So this is it from our side team. We'll come back again next Thursday. Till that time, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy weekend. Take care. Bye. Good night.